Alright, well, hopefully people will start coming back in here. I think I fixed the chat. Let me test that real quick. So, thank you so much. I need to give a big thanks to the Darkest, what was his name? The Darkest Night Detective. Thank you so much for telling me that my chat was disabled. That was completely my fault. It was my fault. Join the stream again, and it will show up. I have the chat disabled for some reason. Alright, well, hopefully people will start coming back in here. I really don't know what happened. So, I'll definitely try that again. Alright, we're on again. Alright. Hello. Okay, the Darkest Night Detective. Thank you so much for letting me know my chat was disabled. I didn't even know how I did that. I didn't recognize that. Thank you for getting to me and telling me that. Or else I probably would never have found that out. So, I'm sorry. And, it works now, so that's all that matters. Thank you so much for telling me. I really don't know how I did that, but I guess it happens. So welcome back, the Darkest Night Detective. Glad to see you in here again. We had a pretty good chat last time, and this Saturday should be getting to a comic book store and pick up one of those books that you wanted me to get, like Detective Comics or something like that. And I'll check out one of those for you. Might even do a review on it on YouTube, or I'll just tell you in a live stream. But yeah, thank you so much for getting to me. Definitely happy about that. And thank you for liking the video. It's great. So. Oh, I just realized that you put that on the other stream. Alright, yeah. I can't believe I jumped up like 4 subscribers over the past few days. So. Is the chat not working again? Oh, happy New Comic Book Day. Yay! Yeah, it's New Comic Book Day. That's when I normally do my videos, but I don't get to the comic book store on Comic Book Day. So I actually have like, when I do Comic Book Day, videos, they're actually from the week before, because I always get to the comic book store on like the weekend or like on Thursday or Friday. And I actually got a call from my store that they're not going to be until tomorrow, which makes me think that they're going to get the new ones actually. Because they usually don't, because, yeah, they should be up to date now. But yeah, that's great. New Comic Book Day is always the best. And it's also my last day of school. It was my last day of school, so now that's done till next year. Or next, like, September or whatever. So hopefully I'll be doing more live streams, but it's summer, so you might know, like, you try and get out more and do more things during the summer, so we'll see. But it's kind of funny having somebody in the chat already or somebody even in the live stream already when I'm like a minute in. Well, I'm 5 minutes in, but like when I was a minute in. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, happy New Comic Book Day. I still have to sort those ones that I showed you on Sunday. I haven't actually put those back yet. I don't know why. But yeah, I should be doing that soon. Put that there. That covers that. So yeah, if you have any, like, we're gonna be doing like the question thing, and we can just talk through the chat. Like that's what I want this. Like I named it like, let's talk comics more. We'll just talk about comics and whatever else you really want, whatever other hobbies you're in or anything else. Reading Spider-Man Life Story. Yeah, I actually am. That's I'm not really into Spider-Man, but that one's been pretty good so far. So yeah, that's actually one that I am reading. I haven't read all of them yet. I'm only up to like number 3, and I saw it doesn't get number 4 in yet. I'm pretty sure that came out last week, but yeah, I gotta read number 3 yet. All right, well that's interesting. I thought I read number 3, but I guess I didn't. Unless I just forget it. That could be it too. Alright. Are you reading Middle West? I'm like really behind on that Middle West because I have 1 and 2, but I don't actually own 3 and 4, but I own the rest of them that have come out since then. I just have to find 3 and 4, and then I'll be all caught up on that one. But I just have trouble finding it. I have the original number 1. No, but I ordered the trade yesterday. Yeah, I seen the trade at my comic book store, and I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it getting that just for 2 comics that I can't actually find, but I don't know. I just want to read it. So, do you think it's really worth the money for trying to get 2 comics out of it? Buying the trade? Because I literally have all of them except for 2 and 3. I just want to read those, and I'm just thinking like I could get the trade to read those. Might be somewhere. It's on Amazon for $7.50, so maybe. That's not a bad price actually, considering a comic. Well, like I'm in Canada, so a comic here is like between $5.49 and $6.49, depending. So Canadian, that would be probably around $9-10, wouldn't it? Which is about what my comic book store has it on for. It might be worth it, but so far only reading 2 comics. It's really really good. An Image series I'm reading, along with Shadowhawk, which the last time they made Shadowhawk was in like 2005, but I really like Shadowhawk. And if you're in like Reggie's stream yesterday, he actually talked about Shadowhawk because he's seen one of my comments in there. So yeah. Just so here's number 1 original print, first print. Here's number 1, it's like second print, and here's number 2, and then I have the other ones in here somewhere. They're right here. And here's number like 5 through 8 or something like that. So 5, 6, 7, 8 comes. 8 came out. When did 8 come out? But yeah, that's basically. No, I don't. I don't like to buy second printings in that. But I actually couldn't find Middle West #1 first print, so I had to go with second print, and so I read that. And then one day I found Middle West #1, the first printing on for like I think it was just below cover price. And so, considering it's kind of a hot comic, I picked it up, and I really like it anyway, so I just thought, why not? And so, now I have Middle West #1 first print and second print, but I technically got second print first. Yeah. I don't mind. I don't buy second prints unless I can't find the first print. If you know what I mean by that. Because I don't really mind having the second print. It's just I'd rather have the first. But if I have to go with the second, I will. I repeat myself a lot. So, that's basically what's up with that. Speaking of printings, I know, I'm not gonna tell that story, I guess. So do you buy second print if you can't find the first printing, or do you like have to go for the first print? Because I do try and find them, but yes. So you will go with the second print if you can't find the first. Because I know some people that are like, if I don't have first print, if I don't have first print, I can't get any printing. I have to have first print and first print only, and I'm like that just doesn't make sense. If you want to read it, and just get the second print, it's fine. So I buy comics for the story. Prints are not a big deal for me. Yeah, that's basically what I do. I buy comics for the story because honestly, what I collect is what I like. I read it and I like it. That's why I buy it. It's the same story. If you buy second, third, or fourth print, it's always the same story inside, always the same artwork. It's just the cover is different. They just made the cover look different and just released it a few weeks later or something like that. So as long as I can read the story, as long as I can get the original story sort of thing, like it's all the real story, then that satisfies me. Like I don't need much. So that's basically what I said. You know Batman Last Night on Earth, which we talked about a few days ago? Yeah, that one recently came out, I'm pretty sure. It just got a second print. Nice. If I can't find the first print, then I might go for the second print. I don't know if #2's out yet, but I think I will try and read that series. Because I do want to try and get to some DC books. Because right now I don't have any DC. I have Image and Marvel, and that's about it. So yeah, I'll try and read that series. No, 2 comes out on July 31st. All right, yep, that's fine. Like as long as I can read the #1, because I don't really like signing off in the middle of the series. I don't know if you're that way too, but I like to read from #1 on, just so it makes sense in some case. What was that one that like was released Like, this just happened like a week or two ago. It's bi-monthly. Yeah, but there's so many comics now that they come out like once a week or every other week or every like 3 weeks sort of thing. It's hard to keep track sometimes of when your comics come out. So I don't know. I forget what I was gonna say, but yeah. Trying to think of what I was gonna say. You know what's weird is I get a lot of Marvel comics. Like, I'm big into Marvel. If you look through my collection, it's a lot of Marvel. But I don't. My cousin actually gets DC mainly, and I don't think he gets any Marvel titles. He might. He probably does, but I just know he gets a lot of DC comics. I don't know if he still collects actually, but he might. So I'm turning that off. All right. I can't jump into the middle of a series like you. I get mostly DC, but I get a few Marvel, like Spider-Man and Daredevil. Yeah, I find like if you're jumping into the middle of a series, you're like missing out on some of the story or like a lot of the story, and like it's just easier to follow along. I find when you start from the beginning. But if it's like an older series that like the number one is like really expensive and there's like no reprints or anything, then you have to just stick with that. Yeah, well, like if it's a number two, like I'd buy that and then I'd try to find number one. I wouldn't read number two, because number two is like right after it begins, and I bet it's like a to be continued sort of thing if it's a number two, and so you have to try and find number one to actually know what's going on. So yeah, it's really hard to just jump into the middle of a series, I find. But I don't know, a lot of people do that, so. But technically with like say like the new Daredevil, you are technically jumping into the middle of a series because you haven't been reading since like the original like 1960 something one, if you know what I mean. Because that's just like a legacy number, so you are technically jumping into like, what is it, like 700 something now? No, it's 600 and 24 or something like that. So yeah, you'd be jumping into the middle of the series with that new Daredevil series, yes, but it says number one, so they make it so it's easier to follow along and it gives you a new jumping point. I think that's why Marvel restarted all their series, is so then people would have a jumping point that are new to the collecting. But I could be wrong on that. I'm just repeating myself. I'm probably getting really confusing, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, people might not buy a 751, but they'll buy a number one. Yeah, because the legacy number, that is technically like if they continued on Daredevil and haven't like cut it off, so then people would have a starting point. People wouldn't like to start at say what it started back as for number one at 613 or whatever, but people would jump on if they restarted it. because then they don't think, oh, we're starting in the middle of a comic series. So that's basically what's going on. It's sort of Marvel is using it as like a strategy to get more people to buy it, because if they're seeing like a big number, they don't want to jump in the middle of it. They want to jump at number one, and so that's why they're doing that, and they're just getting a new store to go for that. So that's why they do that, and so then they get maybe like more people to buy it, more people that are newer and haven't read the other ones. My store is in fear of getting bought out right now. Oh, that's like my store doesn't look the best, but I haven't heard anything about my store. But is that the only store near you? Is that one store? I have two stores about the same, like they're about 20 minutes away, both of them, from where I live. It has been for months though. Yeah. Best thing you can do is just keep on buying from there and try and help them out. Like, because it's always good to support your LCS, or else that sort of thing might actually happen. And so, yeah. If you just try the best you can to help them out and just get your pull list and that, and hope for the best. I have a feeling that the one sort of like this way to me, I know that makes no sense, but the one that I get my pull list from, I have a fear that that one might go out of business, because like they buy up, but then people don't really buy, and they're sort of messy. But the other one, like they have, okay, this one has like a lot of back issues in that, and like a lot of back issues, and fair size wall for their newer comics, whereas the one down that way has a lot of new comics and barely any back issues. Whenever I go to a comic book store, I like to look at the back issues and see what they have, because I do collect a lot of older comics too. I collect older Daredevils, I collect older Iron Mans, I collect older Punishers, and that sort of stuff. So um, I just like having the back issues there. Even if I'm over budget, I still like to look through the back issues and dollar bins. Like they have a huge dollar bin there too, whereas this one doesn't. So that one doesn't even have a dollar bin, I don't think. So I got a lot of good stuff out of dollar bins. So I like how we just go on little rants. Same. I've been buying there since 2014, and they still have most of their back issues. Yeah, I like I know a store that doesn't even have back issues. Like their oldest back issue is like 2017. So I've been actually getting comics. I've been getting comics my whole life, sort of, but I've just really got into like collecting like almost a year ago now. But yeah, I like back issues, so that's why I go to that one. Uh, you probably get back issues, right? Do you like getting back issues? Yeah. Yeah, back issues are always good. Like, I actually found this in the dollar bin. I don't know why it has all these tags over it. I think it was like at a library. But if you actually know what this is, it's the first appearance of somebody, and I know who it is. If you know who the first appearance is, you're great. Hello. So yeah. Hello. Alright. So it looks like we're getting more people in the chat now. But yeah. If you know whose first appearance is in that book, comment. I'll give you a hint, it's one of my favorite characters. Any guesses? I took it out of the bag so you can see it better. Oh, it's upside down. That doesn't really help when it's upside down. The only comics I've read is the Archie series. Yeah, but it's not too late to get into comics, you know? As long as you enjoy something and read, like, comics or something, even if you don't, you can, like, you know? So yeah. So you probably wouldn't know, whose first appearance this actually is. Drew, read Detective Comics. I actually know Drew. The Dark Knight Detective. Alright, if you ever drew that, I think you are, if you want to actually get into comics, there's 2 comic book stores you can go to. There's one down Greenwood and there's one down Wolfville. Yeah. Alright, so you are the one that I think. So yeah, there's 2 there. I usually go on Saturdays and that. But just go there, and if I see you there, I can show you some good stuff to read, I guess. There's a lot of good books out there, and you should definitely, like, comics are fun, and it has a great community on YouTube and that, so definitely. I'm sure if you looked it up on Google Maps, you'd see it. I usually go Saturday mornings. Sometimes on, like, Thursdays and Fridays, but rarely. So, actually, this Saturday is my birthday. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably go. It doesn't matter. So, yeah. Pretty cool seeing that everyone's getting along in the chat and that. So, yeah, I love comics. I try to post reviews, but they never turn out. Oh, I never even noticed that you actually upload videos. Yeah, I'll check out your channel, I guess. Yeah, it's never too late to get into comics. So, that's always something good. Okay, then. So, yeah. Some good titles right now are Daredevil. I'm a Marvel person, so there's I think I can call him a DC guy in the chat. So if you want to know some good DC books, he might be willing to tell you some. But Daredevil, Spider-Man Life Story, image book would be Middle West. That's a good one. So yeah, I'm just not really into DC, but there's definitely big DC fans out there like you, and I think I'll pick up a DC book, because I just never really got into DC. So, is there Deadpool comics? There's a comic for everything. Yes, there is. You know, all those superhero movies do come from comics. Basically, all that stuff has been comics. I think Deadpool's at 20 something right now for that. The only thing you might not like about getting into comics is that they're, like, Canadian dollars is $5.49 for one comic. But yeah, there's definitely Deadpool comics. There's Deadpool and Spider-Man. There's a lot of Deadpool stuff. I just don't know if they're any good because I never read Deadpool. I read Daredevil and Iron Man and stuff like that. Deadpool actually has some pretty cool covers too. Happy early birthday. My birthday was on the last day. Last day night on Earth and Detective Comics annual came out. This is the last one. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Thank you for the early birthday. Yeah, it's on Saturday. Not really doing much for that, because, you know, it's whatever. Just getting older. That's all that's doing. But yeah, I might do a live stream on Saturday. Well, maybe not. I'll try and do one on Sunday, maybe. We'll see what I can do. Alright, do you want me to tell you whose first appearance this is? You might not even know who the person is. I'll just open it up and show you. And if you still don't know who it is, yes. Alright. You probably wouldn't know who this is. 'Cause you probably mainly know, like, superheroes and that from movies, and he's never had a movie, this character. I got this for $1, actually, so that's amazing. Yeah, I never really read Image. This is Shadowhawk's first appearance. You probably don't know who that is. But I really like reading Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk is really great. They haven't made a new issue for him since like 2005, but this was like 90s Image, so 90s Image is usually pretty good, as it was all like the big artists and that. So yeah, definitely pick up Shadowhawk too. That's a pretty good one, but I mainly picked them. I picked out most of them from my comic book store. So yeah, I didn't think you'd have any idea, but who knows? I put that in the wrong way. Actually, no, that's the right way. That's interesting. All right. Yep. So that was interesting. I completely forgot everything. All right. Yeah. So I definitely like Image is pretty good. Marvel's pretty good. Haven't read DC. I might have read from other companies. I don't quite know. I did. I read the Free Comic Book Day Animosity or whatever. I don't know what company that was from. Marvel doing different covers for second prints. I don't mind that idea. I don't mind the idea of that. What bothers me with Marvel and their covers is they do like 50 different covers for one book. And so that just really annoys me. Like, I like how DC and like Image and all that. Well, DC, if there's like a big book coming out, yes, but a lot of Marvel books, there's just so many different covers, and like 1 in 100s and 1 in like 500s, and they're not gonna order 500 copies of a book necessarily, especially my store. And so there's just no really point to it. They did like 1 or 2 covers is perfectly fine unless it's a big event. But second printing doing different covers, I like that unless they do variants. Or with the Immortal Hulk series, they did there was like, I don't remember, there was a special variant or incentive or whatever, and then for the second printing they just recolored it and that was like the main cover or something like that. And there's variants for second printings and variants for variants, and it gets confusing. So That put me on a little rant. So. Alright, I'm gonna answer the Darkest Night Detective question first, and then I'll answer yours. Our store, I don't know if they buy variants. I think a lot of people do get variants, but I just try and get like the A cover, or if they have another cover there that I like, I will buy it. But I mainly just try and get the A cover, and it seems like some people definitely get the variants. But with like the 1/100s and that, for some reason people don't buy them at my store because they're always sitting there on the shelf. So, alright, what is my favorite comic? Alright, Alright, this is getting confusing. So what is my favorite comic? Okay, that could go into what is my favorite comic series, what my overall favorite comic is, like one book, and or what is my favorite comic as in I don't have it, but it's my favorite comic. My favorite comic series. That would have to be probably Daredevil or Punisher. The newer Daredevil or Punisher, those are pretty good series. But the thing is, they both started a little while ago, but here is the Punisher #1, and here is Daredevil #1, which is actually signed by the writer of this book. I got to meet him, and he personally signed it, so that was cool. But yeah, those are my favorite series right now, probably. And my favorite older series would have to be Shadowhawk, which is an Image comic. Which you probably don't recognize the Image name if you're not into comics. Image doesn't have anything. Ever been to a Comic-Con? Me? Because like now it seems like we're just talking to the chat. I have been to 2 different sorts of Comic-Cons. I haven't been to one named Comic-Con, but I've been to a comic convention, yes. I've been to 2 comic conventions. One quite recently, too. I was at East Coast Comic Expo and Decaf. Sadly, I have never went to one, even though I want to visit one. I haven't been to a real Comic-Con, but I've been to, like I said, I've been to ones that are just comic conventions, not named Comic-Con. But the best one around here is East Coast Comic Expo in Moncton. That's a really good one. Met some pretty cool artists and writers. I met my favorite artist and writer there, actually. So that's pretty cool. That was fun. That was May, I believe. So. And Decaf, that was smaller. It wasn't as good. There's still some shops there, and there's 2 or 3 artists and writers there. It wasn't very big. But it wasn't horrible. When you get a chance, they're fun to go to. Even if it's not a big one or not named Comic-Con, they're definitely just a fun thing to go to. Where's the store in Wolfville? You probably find it on Google Maps or whatever. Basically when you like the main road when you're driving through Wolfville, if you know where Tim Hortons is in Wolfville, just before that, when you're coming down, just before that, on the right, it's right there. It's called Rainbow's End. And they have like a small sign outside the store, and you'll see comics in the window and that. I don't know the exact address. hold up. Yeah, it's called Rainbows End Comics or something like that. Rainbows End Books and Discs is what it's called, and it's man, that is a confusing map. But here's a street view of it. So Tim Horton, wow, no, just search up on Google Maps or something. Oh, it's 393 Glooskap Trail. That's where it's at, and you'll see a sign like that, the little reddish sign right there. It's really hard to see, but 393 Glooskap Trail, or you can search up Rainbows End Discs and Collectibles or whatever it's called, Books and Discs, and you'll find it. And that's my favorite one because it has back issues in that. But there's also another one in Greenwood. It's by the mall. If you know where the bookstore is by the mall, it's just down the road from that. So some trivia to talk about. What year was the modern comic book printed? Oh, hello, Comics with Bueller. Cool to see you in my stream. What year was the modern comic book printed? That would be 1990. That would be late 90s, right? I'm like, as in like gold, silver, bronze, that sort of thing. Like what in modern? If you mean it by that, I think that would be late 90s, early 2000s. Pretty sure. I know I know Bronze Age. I know when that starts. But hello, Comics with Beeler. You're another one of my favorite YouTubers. Had Jim in here the other day. He's another one. And Reggie. I just have Reggie yet to get in one of my live streams. He's my other favorite YouTuber. So yeah, that's really cool seeing you in here. Yeah, that's my guess. Late 90s, early 2000s. Or maybe 1991. No, that's when Image was created. You have an answer? 1933 by modern, I meant like when. Oh, no, I thought you meant like I thought you meant like the different ages, like gold, silver, bronze, copper, whatever, you know? But I guess I was wrong. I know the first ish comic. I know the first published comic. Gotta go. Peace out. All right. Well, thank you for coming in here. If you ever go to the comic book store and you see me, just say hi. Might read Devil. That's definitely what you meant. I hope. If you ever see me there, I'll show you some good books and stuff like that. And if you see me, just say hi, and I'll show you around. So yeah, thank you for joining the stream. I try and stream on Wednesdays and upload on Wednesdays, and same with the weekend. So yeah. Comics with Bueller, are you reading Detective Comics? I think he left. Did he leave? He might not have. I might be wrong by that. It's just I had 3 viewers and then I went down one. Oh, that might have been Drew that left. All right. We'll see if Bueller answers to that. Oh, we have another person that just joined in. Oh, no, they left. Alright, so I believe Comics with Bueller left. I could be wrong, though. I don't know if you can see. The Dark Knight Detective, would it be alright if I added you as a moderator? Because I think you'd be a pretty good moderator in the chat. You do pretty good with the chat, I think. So, if I can add you as that, that'd be great, and then you can be my moderator from now on. If you want to be, you don't have to be. I definitely trust Bueller, so I put Bueller in as one. I think Bueller left, though. I could be wrong. Oh, I don't know this stuff. Yeah, I don't know what the name of Kingpin's skyscraper is. I'd be wrong if I just took a guess on that. Alright, yeah, I should have known that. I should have definitely been able to guess that. Since you want to do trivia, do you want to do trivia? That was interesting. We can do this little trivia thing if you want. It comes with questions and answers. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, yeah, that sounds fun. I've never used these before, really, so good time to get them out. Alright, okay, yeah, I like this one because I did not know this one. Who was the first supervillain that Spider-Man ever encountered? The answers could be Terrible Tinker or Supercharger. Which one do you think it is? Just put it up on screen here for you. Alright. Terrible Tinker, I have a reprint of the first Spider-Man issue. It was Supercharger. They might have both showed up in the same comic, but one might have showed up before the other. I don't know. But you got the recent reprint, probably, is what it sounds like, maybe. But yeah, it was Supercharger. According to these cards, I could be wrong, to be honest. Alright, next one. Which superhero grew up on the planet Tamarin? Ultra Boy or Starfire? I don't know this one. Starfire. Alright. You would be correct. So you have 1 out of 2 right. Keep track of that. I'll put that in the comments. 1 of 2. All right. Accelerated healing is a mutant ability of what character? That is so obvious. I know who that is. I haven't even looked at these cards really, and I know who that is. That is like so obvious. You have to know that. If you don't know that, I'm gonna be mind blown. There's another person in here. I don't know who they are. Yeah, you'd be right. Like that one's so obvious though. Yeah, there's another person in here. It says that there's 2 people watching. Oh, they just left. They were waiting until I noticed. Now you're the only one in here. Originally, I also forgot to say, sorry for the bad audio quality. I rewatched my other one. It's on my computer, so it's not much I can do. Originating in Germanic regions. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing things. What day of the week was named after Thor? Oh, I know that one. That one's pretty easy. Oh, did you leave? Bad internet again. Alright, we'll wait for you to come back in case you did leave Thursday. You would be correct. Because it would be Thursday. It said you left, but I don't know what that was all about. Anyways. I know this one. Alright, which team create... Yeah, I accidentally left for a second. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Which team created Captain America, Simon and Kirby, King Kirby. Alright, Simon and Kirby. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Scuster and Kirby or Simon and Scuster? I know this one. I know I just looked at the back of it. But yeah, that one's pretty easy. If you know your comics. It's a fun little thing to do with you guys, though. You'd be correct. In 1941. I knew that. Which of these villains was encountered first? Catwoman or the Riddler? I know that one, actually. Because one character was introduced later in the series. Like, way later in the series. So yeah, you should know that one. Oh, you even got the year. Are you cheating? Are you searching this up? I feel like you might be searching this up. Which I know people would do. But yeah, you're right. That one was pretty easy. I know you could be cheating over there, but I trust you. Alright, which superhero was born with Curse of Cordax? Aquaman or Hawkman? No, I'm a Batman fan. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know that. Hawkman. You would be wrong. That's Aquaman. By the way, I'm not keeping track of how many you get right now. I kind of gave up on that one. Alright. What was Alfred the Butler's original family name? Pennyworth, Worthington, or beagle? I think this might be mirrored on your screen, so you'd see it all backwards. I hope not. That's it right there. You would be correct. You're doing pretty good so far. I think you only have 2 wrong. I believe you only have 2 wrong. Which is Captain America's secret identity? Well, this is easy. I don't even have to. Is it Steve Rogers, Roger Stevens, or Peter Parker? That was so easy. A non-comic person could guess that. Steve Rogers. I didn't even have to tell you what the other ones were, like what the possible answers would be, because, you're gonna be right. Just give me a second and I'll give you another one. Come on. I know you want it. Come on. Alright, now we got a dog in the background. I hope you enjoy that. Alrighty. So. Yeah, totally. Captain America is Peter Parker. And Steve Rogers is Spider-Man. Alright, so looks like he cut it again. But I could be wrong. Alright, so Loki, Thor's adopted brother, is the god of mischief and evil, fire and ice, or mischief and lies. That one, I'm pretty sure that's easy. Yeah, I was right. I just checked the answer. You would be correct. So, you're doing really, really good so far. But that one was pretty easy too. This one's pretty easy if you know your movies. Which actor plays Wolverine in the movies? Hugh Jackman, Steve Buscemi, I'm really bad at pronouncing names again, I'm sorry, or Hugh Grant. Hugh Jackman would be correct. Everybody knows that. There you go. While you were gone, I think you left, my dog came in. Alright, so, Edwin Jarvis serves as butler to which super team? This one is pretty easy. The Avengers or the Fantastic Four? That's pretty easy. It'd be funny if they put the Avengers. You're right. It'd be funny if they put a DC superhero team in there as the answer. Alright. Which was canine crime fighter Bat Hound's name? Ace, Champ, or Dual Dog? I don't know this one at all. That was pretty fast. I almost dropped all of them. You'd be correct. You're really good at this, and I found that I think a lot of these are DC. Oh, I just watched this movie recently, which it wasn't very good. Which actor played the title role in the 1979 TV movie Captain America, Red Brown, or Dick Perkle? Perkle. I don't know. I just recently watched this movie. It wasn't the best. But I know who it is, so. The reason why I watched it is because I think it was on Netflix. Or no, it was on TV. Red Brown. Yeah, you're right. Have you ever watched it? Not very good. No. Yeah, I don't really recommend it, but you can watch it. Seen Endgame. Same, I seen Endgame, but let's not get any Endgame spoilers in the chat. Endgame was pretty good, pretty sad. Alright. Is Thor's father Odin, Nort, or Musafa? Musafa. That one's like extra easy for you. Hardness level 0. Odin. You would be correct. Yep, you're correct. The Marvel Comics character is named Odin. Who gave Green Lantern's Hal Jordan his power ring? The Guardians or Abin Sur? Yeah, you'd be correct. I knew that. Pretty good at these, but they're not hard. These aren't the hardest thing ever. I think they're rated for like 14 and up, so. Yeah, it's rated for 14 and up. Pretty easy, but that might not be why it's rated that. Which year was the first? You already told me this one, so can we just skip it? Which year was the first modern comic book printed? I swear that's where you got it from. That was like. Alright, I find that really funny. Do you find that funny that you like asked me that earlier and then it just shows up in one of these cards? Like, why did it even show up in one of these cards? Do you have this? Like, that's just funny. Alright. Which supervillain killed the Man of Steel in Superman number 75, Lex Luthor, or Doomsday? Yeah, I asked you questions. I googled comic trivia. Doomsday. Yeah, I knew you'd get that one. I wouldn't have, though. Well, actually, what was it? Yeah, I think I would have known that, actually. It's kind of funny, though. Alright, which is Clark Kent's middle name? Jonathan, Joseph, or Jacob? I think I know that one. There's another one for you DC people. I mean, if you want to do all these today, we can, and then I'll find new ones for another live stream. We can just do this again. You'd be wrong. It's Joseph. That's like the third one that you got wrong, though. So considering we have done however many we've done, you've done really good. So Thor's paternal. I'm like really bad at pronouncing things. Grandparents are Bor and Bestilla, Balder and Guy, or Vili and and here just I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff, so you'd be right. I have no idea either. I'm really bad at pronouncing things. Really bad at like knowing what words are. So, Was Hal Jordan's ring useless against anything? Wait, what was Hal Jordan's ring useless against anything? Yellow, star shape, or lead? I think I know that one. Yeah, I thought so. The answer is anything yellow. So you'd be correct. I think I knew that. Even though I'm not a big DC person, I do know a couple things. Is Scarlet Witch's twin brother named Magneto or Quicksilver? That one. How can you get that one wrong? That one's super easy. Because, like, Magneto is not obviously her brother. There's the answer for you. Quicksilver. Which team created Superman? Kane and Shuster and Siegel, or Kane and Siegel? I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Once again, I might as well stop repeating myself. I expect a lot from you with this one. Wow, he was so Canadian and an American made him. But yeah, you are correct. I knew you'd be correct. Which shape was Captain America's original shield? Disc, oval, or badge shape? That one's really easy as well. Even if you watch the movies, you'd be able to answer this one. You're correct. Just by watching the movies, you can easily guess some of these. Which character battles Thor on the cover of his first self-titled issue? Iron Man, Hercules, or the Hulk? Yeah, I know who that is. You would be correct. Alright, so somebody just joined in. Basically what we're doing is a trivia thing where I'm telling you a question, you just answer it in the comments and we'll see if you're correct. So which city was Green Lantern based in? East Lake, Coast City, or Midway? And we'll see if this second person will be active in the chat. Oh, you might want to see it. Alright, well, is the other person gonna answer? Or are they gonna be active in the chat? Ben Compton. I think I've seen you in here before. Maybe not. So welcome to the stream, and let's see if you're correct. You are correct. Alright. Well, thank you for joining in. Are the names of Bruce Wayne's parents Thomas and Martha, or Wayne and Alice? Should know this one. This one's pretty easy, even if you just watch the movie. It'd be really easy for the Darkest Night Detective. Alrighty. I'm gonna wait for Ben to enter in his answer, and we'll see if you're right. Which I bet you're both gonna be right, because even if it's from the movie, yeah, he's right. He's right. Because it's like, even if you just watch the movie, you could get a lot of these. I think we've played through about half the cards right now. When did Lois and I know it's Lois and Superman first kiss? Action Comics number 5 or Superman number 3? Where? Should know this, big DC fans. I don't. I wish I knew. Action Comics number 5? Question mark. And we'll see if Ben has a different answer. Yeah, I find that these have a lot of DC in them. He's right again. Yeah, he is. Alright. This one is really, 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 really easy. Wonder Woman made her first appearance in which comic book? Action Comics number 27 or All-Star Comics number 8? This one's pretty easy. I bet the Darkest Night Detective could even guess the year. Because I looked at the answer and I was right, and I know the year. So we'll see. If you can guess the year, I'll give you an extra point. Which we're not counting points, but we'll just see how you do. All-Star Comics number 8. Alright, well, yeah, you're right, and it was 1941. No idea on the year. Yeah, 1941. Alright. Which is Wolverine's birth name? Logan or James Howlett? That one's very easy. Alright, you're both correct. Whoops, I dropped the card. That one was pretty easy. What? It's James. Oh, because it's his birth name. Alright, yeah, that was a trick question, because it's his birth name. Well, I got you guys with that one, I guess. And myself. Alright. Which group of aliens directed the Green Lantern Corps? The Guardians or the Celestials? Alrighty, we got one in. Just waiting for Ben. Alright, it looks like Ben left. Yeah, it was the Guardians. Or the Darkest Knight might have left. But yeah, he was right. I don't know, one of you left. Alrighty, next question. Which was the name of Superman's birth mother? Lana, Laura, or Laura? Lara. Alright, so I think Ben left then. Good to know we still have one person in the chat. I'm happy that we had, like, technically in this live stream, we've had at least one person the whole time, so. That's good. I like to live stream between, like, 3 and 5. I find that's a good time to live stream. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, it's Lara. Alrighty. Which team of superheroes discover Captain America's body frozen in a block of ice? The Fantastic Four or the Avengers? You are correct. Alrighty. Which character was Captain America's sidekick during World War II? Flag Boy or Bucky? This one's hard. No, why would it be Bucky? It's gotta be Flag Boy. You're right. It's Bucky. So, which year did Marvel release the comic book issue of The Incredible Hulk #1? My dad could answer this in seconds. 1957, 1959, or 1962? My dad is like the biggest Immortal Hulk fan, or Immortal. It's just because that's it. He's the biggest Incredible Hulk fan I know. I know this one. This one's pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. Only reason I know this one is because of my dad. In which character's comic book did Wolverine first appear? Alright, I'm not even gonna give you the little, like, what it says it could be, because everybody knows this, and everybody knows the issue, and everybody knows what year it came out. So if you say those 3 things... Actually, I did a video on Incredible Hulk, or, yeah, no. You're right on the Hulk, you're not right on the issue. I'll give you a hint, I did a video on the issue, yeah. I actually, can borrow a copy of it's 181. I can borrow a copy of the issue, and I own the reprint that they recently did, the facsimile. Yeah, it's the Incredible Hulk, 181 from 1974. Only because my dad is a Hulk fan. Alrighty. Which metal covers Wolverine's skeleton? Vibranium or adamantium? My store still has one. I would buy it for you, but shipping. Shipping, though. You're correct. Ooh, I used to watch this. Some of it. I watched some of it, the series. Who played Wonder Woman on the 1975 to 1979 TV series? I don't know the actor. Oh, I should know the actor. But yeah, I watched a few episodes from it. You're probably searching it up because you don't know. You're right. You spelt it wrong, but you're right. It's spelled with a Y, not an I, but yeah, I'll give that to you. You definitely got that one. Alright, which Spider-Man character is J. Jonah Jameson's son, the Star God, Man-Wolf, or Colonel Jupiter? Which one is his son? This one's actually a trick question. I just read it. This is definitely a trick question. It's gonna hurt you. Do you think he left for good? Mm-hmm. I don't think he did. I think he'll come back. Just have to wait because we saw some cards. Yeah. Alright, well the answer was all three for that one. Thank you for joining the stream. We'll finish these on another stream and maybe do some more. Maybe you can ask some. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I do videos on Wednesdays and the weekends and live streams on those days too. So yeah, thank you for joining. You're great having the live stream, and I'll see you some other time. I'm gonna end the stream now. So if you haven't already, anybody who's watching this after it's uploaded, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified whenever I live stream or upload a video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.